everybody, my name is Xaphan, and welcome back to some more Everlasting Summer. In the last episode, we learnt how to penetrate our opponents. Yes, we did. And I ended it on the very end of day 3. So, depending on how long... No, on the very end of day 2. So, depending how long day 3 goes for, will determine how long this episode will be, and maybe the next. So, that night left a feeling of anxiety behind. I woke up exhausted both physically and mentally. It happens to me all the time. You see incredible lucid images in your dream, as if you fell into a Hollywood blockbuster, with the plot full of twists, well-paid actors, and multi-million-dollar visual effects, and then you wake up in the morning without remembering a thing. Damn, all the time, man! That's what I was trying to do, to restore the images shown by my relaxed brain. But that part of my memory was empty, either archived or formatted completely. Ho, it's 7 a.m. according to the clock. I seem to be an early bird today. Olga was still sleeping, wrapping tightly in her blanket. Wrapping so tightly, in a hot summer? Huh. I got up, stretched, and went to the mirror to have a look at myself. I'd better shave. Strange idea, before twice a month was enough but now nothing depends on the way that I look. I haven't found a razor anyway. Why do I even need it if I look like I'm 17 at most? So, breakfast can't start earlier than 9 a.m. and this means I have plenty of time, which I can spend walking and washing, for example. The water didn't seem as cold as the previous day. On the contrary, its refreshing coolness helped me to brace up and come back to reality, whether all these events could be called real. The tooth powder didn't seem to be much an outdated thing. A quick thought struck me that it's not that different from toothpaste. Tooth powder, brush your teeth! Oh fuck, she's alive. Jesus Christ, man! When I returned to the cabin, Olga was already up. She was standing in front of the mirror and fixing her hair. Good morning, Semyon. Morning. Because of a lack of sleep, my head was still singing, and my thoughts were all jumbled together. However, I didn't regret waking up instead of my usual habit of sleeping for 2 or 3 hours more. How come you got up so early? It just happened. And no neckerchief once again. Let me... I'll do it myself, not a big deal. I'm on my way to the canteen. I don't think so. Do it now! Did you forget about the lineup before breakfast? How could I ever forget? And what's that lineup going to be about today? We'll discuss the agenda for the day. So what's the agenda? Frankly speaking, I didn't care for what might be on the agenda for our courageous pioneer troop. I was mostly interested in where our brave leader will send our little pioneer army for the following 12 to 15 hours. Maybe I could manage to avoid some enemy locations. You'll find that out at the lineup. She gave me a wily smile. Okay, yeah, I think I might change her voice. Her boobs got bigger again. Just saying. I think I might just give her a normal voice now. It's been going on. Olga, you know my stomach is getting upset. Well, you know. I believe that's okay to miss the lineup once. It could get all nasty if I failed to control it right there. Where did all this courage come from? You have 5 more minutes. I'm afraid I need more time. Can you tell me right now, please? Sure, I'll try, but just in case it all goes down. Oh, fine. On our list for today is cleaning the camp locations, organizing the books in the library, some other minor tasks, and, of course, we have a ball in the evening. Oh, we have a ball. Why is her boobs getting bigger every time she moves? Watch yourself. You must take part in the camp activities today. You bet. Definitely, and now I'd rather... Come on, let's hit the road. Okay, cool. I came out of the cabin and hid in the bushes behind it, waiting for Olga to leave. Actually, I didn't have any particular reason to behave this way, but the voice within me kept telling me that I have nothing to do with the lineup. Ho ho, what a sneaky sauce! After the camp leader left, I went back to the cabin and decided to wait there for breakfast. Okay. Well, I'm not planning on taking part in community life today. Cleaning and organizing. That's not what someone in my situation should be doing. 2 days have passed, and I'm still right where I started. All the residents seem to be perfectly ordinary people. They weren't involved in any conspiracy, weren't communicating with aliens, and had no idea about time warps. Of course, each of them is a bit peculiar, but those peculiarities do not seem out of line at all. Moreover, if I had met any of these pioneers in my familiar world, I wouldn't suspect anything wrong. They seem to be even more normal and natural than, let's say, yours truly. This line of reasoning was quite logical. The illogical part was the absence of answers. Ordinary people in an extraordinary place. I've heard and seen that already somewhere. Dozens of pioneers, or even more, live with their familiar lives and do their regular stuff day by day. They don't understand that the world around them is not what it looks like. Okay, but this is their point of view. As for me, I'm not acquainted with the world of the Sovyonok camp and its residents. Even they seem to behave the way normal people would under the same circumstances. I have to decide here and now, are those people involved in what's happening to me? Can they give me any answers? Or do I have to seek the truth somewhere else? Oh ho 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 ho! Dot dot dot? It seems I overdid it a bit with the thinking. There's no usual crowd of hungry pioneers near the canteen. Or even inside the canteen. Most of them probably had their breakfast before 9 a.m. That's even better. 2's company, 3's a crowd. Lena was sitting in the farthest corner of the canteen, lazily picking her fork at the amorphous lump that vaguely resembled porridge. Having a breakfast with her seems like a good idea. We can have a chat in peace. Or at least try to have one. I was on the way to her table when suddenly somebody grabbed me by the sleeve. Zhenya, the librarian. Get your meal and come. We need to talk. Okay, fucking hell. What are you waiting for? I was a bit confused. Pardon, isn't this a bit too sudden? What's wrong? Get your meal and sit down. I suppose that she considers her behavior to be completely normal. Fine, wait a minute. I'm not sure why, but I accepted the invitation. What if I can learn something new? She's such a bookworm. So, what's going on, little miss fucking boss? A minute later, I was sitting in front of Zhenya with the tray and the simple meal on it. Porridge, 2 eggs, 4 pieces of white bread, a sausage, and a glass of compote. Bon appetit. Thanks! I decided to act as politely as I could and also eat more neatly without chomping and spilling crumbs of food or drops of compote. So, what do you want to talk about? Today at the library. I wasn't listening from this point onwards. I immediately recalled Olga's words about the scheduled events for today. Don't forget! Oh, what? I said don't forget to visit the library after lunch. What for? Were you even listening? Nope. I admitted honestly. Zenya's face turned red, then appeared green, then took a soft purple color. Today, after lunch, you in the library, got it? Doonts! Doonts? What kind of curse is that? That's a pioneer must never use a curse word. How could I forget this rule? Oh, yeah, sure, I apologize, of course, I'll be there. Actually, I wasn't really planning to go anywhere, but if you want to make someone speak, you need to sacrifice a bit first. By the way, what year is it now? I totally lost count. I decided to play fair. She looked at me perplexedly and answered, Have you gone completely bananas? Honestly, that's how I felt for the last few days. Zhenya didn't reply. So what year is it? I smiled kindly. Listen, why don't you visit the infirmary? Will they tell me what year it is there? Oh, certainly, even more. Zhenya stood up and headed to the exit. Wait, you didn't finish your meal, but it looks like she won't turn back. Okay, I was finishing chewing on the sausage, which tasted like a twisted pear cable. I wonder if they have internet access here. I guess not. A pioneer was sitting at the table, noticed me talking to myself and stared at me. I smiled and waved to him in return. After such a friendly greeting, he for some reason left the canteen quickly without finishing his breakfast. Okay, fucking rude. Done with the food, it's time to search for some clues. Sometime later, I finally came to the infirmary. Oh! We're going to see our fucking hot nurse again! I have nothing to do in that place. Though the nurse seemed quite caring, it's better to keep a distance from her. Such benevolence is actually scary. She may know something, but I just hadn't had the courage to enter the infirmary. Moreover, I had no reason to. Not a single one. Immersed in my own thoughts, I didn't notice the nurse who was standing on the porch. Oh, there she is! Damn! Hi there, Pioneer. Oh, she came closer! Woo! You must be sick. Did you come for medicine? Or vagina? No, I was just wandering around. Oh, a truant, I see. But if you're here, I have a serious task for you. I gave her a look of inquiry. The word task made me feel uneasy. It sounded like something inevitable. The nurse smiled spitefully. You both will help me to make an inventory of the supplied medicine which arrived today. Both? Who are we? Perhaps I misheard. But what word could be confused with both? Ah, it's Lena! She was following me. Hi. Lena emerged from behind the nurse's back. It seems strange that I hadn't noticed her until now. Come here after dinner. I've explained everything to Lena, and she'll tell you what to do. Medicine, huh? Supplied today? But Olga told me that no bus would arrive in the next couple of days. So there were visitors to our camp today? Yes, they arrived from the city this morning. Why are you asking? Just curious. Alright then, Pioneer. So tonight after dinner, you'll be here. Maybe Lena was barely noticeable this whole time. Surely she's able to remain invisible like a skilled ninja. I could do it on my own. No way. There are lots of boxes. And a pioneer is always ready. Isn't that so, Pioneer? She gazed at me and smiled menacingly. Oh! Oh, my heart! Oh, my still beating heart! I don't want to spend the whole evening doing something like this, and also I've got more important things to do. But rejecting this request would be really improper. If it wasn't Lena who's standing here, I would definitely think my way out. You know, Olga asked me to help her tonight. Maybe I shouldn't lie to her. I should think before I say something. Oh, really? And what exactly are you going to be helping with her? It was turning out bad, but I decided to stand my ground. Her cabin. She asked me to clean it up, sort out the things, and so on. You know. Bet you know what mess a cabin is. Sure, she asked you to tidy up her closet, too. The nurse looked at me so intensely that Napoleon's fiasco at the Battle of Waterloo seemed now a small annoyance compared to my current flop. I was going to say something, but she continued to speak. Okay then, Pioneer. We'll manage it without you. I apologize, but you see, I said and looked at Lena. She stood looking at the ground like before, blushing more and more. It's alright. I'll manage it on my own. Okay then. An awkward silence followed. I wanted to sink into the ground because of my lame lie that had probably offended Lena. Well, goodbye then. Bye. The nurse was still smiling spitefully. I turned and walked away, almost running. Though in fact I really wanted to run, common sense advised me not to. I came back to my senses when I reached the square. So, what's next? I decided to visit my cabin in order to collect my phone. I don't know where I'll find myself today, but having a watch is always useful. Though having a wristwatch is much easier. Suddenly I heard a different tune, which is cutting through the usual noise of the cat. I listened to it carefully. It sounds like an electric guitar. 3 repeating chords, no more. But this melody still felt somehow warm, as if a vacuum tube-based audio amplifier was used. Could there be such a luxury here? The sound was definitely coming from somewhere near the stage. I wonder who that could be. I should go take a look. Coming to the stage area, I caught sight of Alisa on the stage. Damn! Oh, there seems to be underwear there. Luckily, it's a very, not so graphic drawing. The girl was giving it all. With her eyes closed, she placed on her legs up the speaker and was swaying her body with the rhythm of the music. I couldn't recognize the melody, but I was pretty sure that I heard it before. Probably something from Soviet rock. I could have named a dozen bands in this genre right off the bat, but I was hardly an expert. The song seemed really simple, literally just 3-chord progression. Probably even I could have played it, given some time to practice. I wonder where Alisa got her playing skills. In the USSR, such music had never been nationally acclaimed. The future rock star wasn't taking any notice of me. It was like she was trying to become one with the music, to resound in every note, in every bar, in every triplet. Rock heroes of the 80s instantly came to my mind. Many of them were devoted to the music in a similar way. If she got dressed in something more suitable for that period's fashion instead of her pioneer uniform, no one would notice the difference. Her performance was coming to an end. Picking out the last couple of chords, Alisa finally noticed me. Did you like it? She doesn't seem as surprised as I would have expected. Yeah, that was cool. As if you could do any better. Smiled Alisa slyly. Oh, she's into me! She's into me! I'm not saying that I can do better. I'm not a pro in music. No doubt. Yep. I didn't know what to tell her next and was heading on my way. Wait a minute! Oh, she's into me! She is into me, boys! What? Heard about the evening dance party? I thought it was a ball. Ball? Dance party? What's the difference? She frowned. Yes, I did, and so what? Are you gonna go? After throwing those words, she turned away. I'm not sure, and you? What am I going to do there? What, you herd of morons? There was some truth in Alisa's words, but this open disrespect surprised me. It's clear that it's not the idea of a ball that she hates, but why? What do you mean by why? Well, why don't you want to come? Dance parties ought to be fun. Do you really think so? Annoyance flashed in her voice. I don't know, but I thought that you would never like them. She interrupted me. There's absolutely nothing to do at such parties. I see. So what's your plan then? I asked just to keep the conversation going. I'll just carry on practicing. What are you practicing? The song, dumbass. You haven't heard it? Oh my god, she's gone batshit insane! Alisa had gone totally mad. A few wrong questions, and I'll have to run for my life. Who wrote that song? I did! So you wrote it? By yourself? By myself! Cool. An awkward silence hung in the air. Okay then.
Do you want to listen?
Didn't I just hear it?
It's not what I meant.
She pouted. The whole song. It's just a jam for now. Come on, do it then. Not right now. Well, don't do it then. I felt uncertain about what she wanted from me. You mean you don't want me to play? Seems like I frustrated her. I got ready for her to smash the guitar on my forehead or something even worse, but there was only an upset expression on Alisa's face. I want to. I told you. Come here tonight, then I'll play it for you. For me? How cute. Tonight is the dance party. You said that you wouldn't go! I didn't say that. Frankly speaking, I didn't want to go, but messing around with the Dvache was no good either. Olga won't like it. Screw her! Said Alisa, getting steamed up. I'll come. I'll come. Between shame at the dance party and Alisa's mad guitar skills, I'd rather pick the latter. Good boy. She smiled strangely. I was just wondering if the decision I made was a right one when suddenly I was interrupted by a ringing, calling the pioneers for lunch and saying, I'm going to leave this episode here. So, remember to like, subscribe, comment, click on that notification button. I'll see all of you beautiful people in the next video. Bye bye!